Democracy for the Citizens Party (DCP) leader Rigathi Gachagua issued his New Year message to highlight what he described as the main issue that affected Kenya in 2025. The former deputy president shared his remarks on December 31st, 2025 through a statement posted on X. In the message, he reflected on the economic and social challenges that Kenyans faced during the year and said this event shaped the national mood going into 2026. Gachagua said that every Kenyan deserves to live a happy life under the hopes and dreams established by the country's founding leaders. He stated that what Kenyans experienced during the last 3 years, and especially in 2025, had caused difficulty in the nation he described as hardworking and resilient. He framed the year as one marked by instability, disturbance, and pain, but noted that Kenyans remain strong despite the difficulties they faced. While explaining the highlights of the year, Gachagua listed several specific issues that he believed had influenced the country. He said the year saw what he described as an economic decline that affected households and businesses. He also mentioned the spread of malicious lies and what he referred as abuse involving religious matters. According to him, the country lost many young people, including members of the Gen Z population who were affected by different incidents during the year. Gachagua added that Kenyans had witnessed cases of stealing and attempted theft involving natural resources such as gold in Kakamega and oil siphons in Turkana. He referred to what he called the looting of national strategic assets, including stakes in major institutions. Among the institutions he mentions were Safaricom PLC, Bomas of Kenya, Masai Mara, and the Kenya Pipeline Company. He also claimed that the constitution have been breached and altered in ways he considered harmful. The former deputy president further said that the country had opened its borders to criminals and experienced a series of poor policy decisions. He linked this action to what he described as a breakdown in national order. He said Kenyans had also seen the effects of reckless borrowing and the problematic fiscal policy that influenced the economy throughout the year. Gachagua noted that communities across the country dealt with the grabbling of public and community land. He added that the education system struggled in 2025 and he pointed to the Social Health Authority (SHA) as an example of an institution he said had become a dysfunction. He mentioned reports of starving patients at the Kenya National Hospital or Kenyatta National Hospital and said that the criminal injustice system had been used to settle political disputes. He continued by stating that the country had witnessed abduction and extrajudicial killings. He referred to the Kenya's vote for SOG at the UN nation and mentioned the weakening of long-term national development plans such as the Kenya Vision 2030 and the Africa Agenda 2063. He also spoke about incidents where women, children were affected by tear gas, including those who were in churches during some confrontation. Gachagua said that the breakdown in national order extended to state action involving security forces. He listed police brutality, political assassination, and restriction of press freedom as among the events that shaped the year. He added that the country had seen the passing of what he described as a harsh lows. He also included what he termed as fake investment promises and international travels that he said were expensive and did not produce meaningful results. The DCP leader noted that women and children suffered in war zones in Darfur and linked this to weapon and illegal coal trade connected to Kenya. He mentioned the presence of an international money laundering system that stated that many lives were lost on the roads due to road condition. He said these were among the issues Kenyans would remember for the period. Gachagua added that Kenyans would also recall what he described as a political deception. He said the secretariat practices were used against citizens and linked this to leadership of the regime in power. He stated that the country had experienced planned and budgeted corruption, which he said affected national development. He pointed to a tax policy that he considered putative and mentioned the collapse of businesses in 2025. According to him, farmers across several sectors face challenges. Among the groups he mentioned were farmers of coffee, tea, rice, and milk. He said that the agricultural sector experienced pain, which he linked to larger national economic issues. He also referred to the bending bills amounting to billions of shillings, which he said continued to weigh down the economy and public services. Gachagua highlighted the challenges faced by teachers and police officers under the new health authority. He said workers dealt with salary deduction that he described as forced and illegal. He linked this deduction to what he called a failed project in the housing sector, saying it had become a national burden. He added that the middle class had been weakened over the course of the year. The former deputy president also discussed poverty levels in the country. He said an estimate 2 million more Kenyans risk falling below their poverty line because of the fiscal policies and economic conditions of 2025. He stated that the poverty index has risen significantly, moving from 38% in 2022 to 46% in 2025. He also said Kenya now rank among countries with the highest level of extreme poverty. Gachagua cited statistics on children and said that 55% of Kenyan children were multidimensional, poor in condition. He explained that these children face deviation in at least 3 areas of well-being. He added that 9 of every 10 children in Mandera were affected. His statement ended with this observation, which he said reflects the situation in the country as the new year come to an end.